Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. So, did you guys know that 60% of all retirees are living solely on Social Security benefits? I kind of found that astonishing, considering Social Security is not meant to be a full-time income. It is meant to be supplementary of 401ks and retirement savings and rainy day funds and investments and portfolios and all those kinds of things. But 60% of retirees are living solely on their Social Security benefits. Now, I am not an expert in any of these things, but this is a very complex issue. There are many reasons why. Some people end up retiring way earlier than they intended, whether it's for health reasons, burnout, their job was downsized. Also, ageism is a huge factor in the job market. If you have somebody that, let's say, is 55 and they lost their job, trying to get another job, it's not impossible, but the odds are stacked against them, depending upon what field they're in. Also, if your job that you were in for a long time and you lost it due to downsizing or something like that, chances are that job might be, I don't want to use the word obsolete because not in every case, but it might not be need as many people in that industry as it once did. And then you would have to go back to school or get some training. And it's a very complicated issue. Now, I'm going to do a video on one of these things specifically very soon. More and more people over a certain age are getting divorced. I think they call it a gray divorce. So once you're over a certain age, the statistics are saying that they're getting divorced at a higher rate now than they did before. I guess before, you would stay married once you reached a certain age, but now people are reaching that age and are getting divorced. So if you and a significant other have been together for however long and you reach a certain age and then you guys get divorced, well, your income and portfolio and 401k and all those things, you don't have as much as you thought that you did. Now, I have a 401k. My partner has a 401k. Mine is mine, his is his. However, when we go to retire, we would have both of them to draw from. But if we got divorced, then he would have his and I would have mine. Now, there are some exceptions with prenups and postnups and all that kind of things and legal jargon kind of stuff when you get divorced, and it can be split up. But for all intents and purposes, whatever you saved is what you have, and whatever they saved is what they have. And then if you're divorcing, then those things are split. Also, your home, all your assets that you acquired in that time, you don't necessarily have as much as you thought that you did, and so there would be no way to plan for that. Most people, actually, I will say pretty much nobody plans for a divorce, especially once you've gotten to your golden years. Inflation is a factor in why people are living off Social Security alone. Lower wages depending upon the job market. And some of it, I hate to say, is planning or financial literacy or debt payoff. And I don't remember the exact statistics right now because I am going to do a video on it. But there's still I want to say like 25% of retirees are still paying a mortgage. So imagine you get to retirement, all you have is your Social Security benefits and you're still paying a mortgage. So this can be a big problem. So why am I making this video? I am not anywhere near retirement. It is so that you guys know that it's not just one generation that needs help. We can all learn from each other, and we can look at these statistics and say, I don't want to be in that position. And I don't want these people that are in this position to be in that position either. But I can look at that and say that when I retire, I want to have more than just my Social Security benefits, because they're not meant to be the only thing you live off of. They are meant to be supplementary. It's the same thing, I've talked about this before with food stamps. Food stamps are meant to be supplementary. They are not meant to be the only thing that you spend money on. The only thing that you have to spend for food. However, due to the economy, due to jobs and circumstances and debt and consumerism and just the way that our world works, that's the position that we're in. We're in a position where if somebody gets food stamps, that's pretty much all the food money that they have. If somebody gets some sort of supplementary disability or Social Security or whatever, chances are that's all that there is. And there's many, many factors, as I said, health and education and socioeconomical standings. You know, I've talked about this before. If you come from a family of poverty or low income, the likelihood that you will be in poverty is exponentially higher than if you didn't. So it's a cycle. And then your kids will be in poverty, and their kids and their kids and their kids. And so we have to try to break generational curses. We have to try to plan as much as we can and get ourselves in the best possible situation we can. So, depending upon how old you are when you're watching this video, it's never too late. So I've got people from all different age groups that watch this channel. So if you're in your teens and 20s, try not to get into debt to begin with. If you already are in debt, 20s, 30s, 40s, 70, whatever, try to pay it off as fast as possible and stop accumulating debt, especially consumer debt. And try to come up with plans for setting aside more money in your 401k or an IRA or investment portfolios, all those kinds of things, and try to see what you can do. So anyway, I thought that was pretty staggering that 60% of retirees are living solely on Social Security benefits. And we all can learn from that, especially because I've been being told as long as I can remember that when I go to retire, Social Security will not even be a thing. So if that is true, which I believe that it is, what does that mean for my generation? We won't even have the option of living solely on Social Security benefits. We literally will have to have something set aside because there will be no Social Security benefits for us to collect, to live off of, even though it's not enough money to live off to begin with. So take of that what you guys will. But, as I always say, do not be afraid. Take it step by step. Do what you can every day to try to better your circumstances. Figure out what you need to pay off. Figure out what you can sell. Figure out what you can, how you can better your situation. Okay, guys? So I hope that you got something out of this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. Until next time, guys, bye.